Welcome to PA Timber Gifts. Another beautiful Saturday morning. Supposed to warm up today a little bit. Currently I am at Weiser State Forest, Greenland tract. It's very beautiful in here. It's very peaceful. Not a lot of background noise. There's a Tacoma parked up there at the gate. There's a beautiful stream here. See if you can see if there's any fish in here. Not even a minnow. Never been in this area. I think we're going to take a hike up here, and we'll see what's up with this end. Let's take a walk downstream here. See if there's any fish in this stream. Ran into two other hunters checking out some spots. He kind of scared me. Oh, came up behind me, puffing and puffing. I thought there was a bear or something coming up behind me. I wasn't expecting anybody to come up behind me. They're kind of laughing at me. So quiet in here. Such a cool spot. I wonder how much wildlife is in this area. Most of the Greenland tract is a strip mine site from the past. It's a very poor soil. Lots of pine trees in here. After the coal companies are done, they usually put pine trees in because they grow the quickest, and they protect a lot of the land from erosion. Other than that airplane buzzing over my head. Another shot of the stream. Let's take a stroll down the road here. See where this comes out at. A lot of roads up on top of this mountain. You can go down any one of the roads and you'll come out somewhere. Lots of late pines in here. Got a few hemlocks in here. Let's see what this sign says. I'm not sure if this is State Forest or State Game Lands. Let's see what this sign says here. Looks like a cool spot so far. Boundary public hunting and wildlife. Yep, sounds like the plane's coming back. State Game Lands designated route, public boundary public hunting and wildlife management area, Pennsylvania Game Commission. This must be the edge of the state forest, so now I'm on State Game Lands. I can tell by the massive clear cuts in here and the burned out areas. Habitat restoration in progress. See if there's any deer tracks in the mud here. No, not seeing anything. Pretty large area here that's burned out. Big cuts and big burns all the way around. Let's pan the camera around here. Maybe we'll have a look out up there. Lots of burns in here. Controlled burn area 11-1 to 6-1. It's very beautiful up here. It's quiet. A lot of dead trees up here. The infestation took its toll on the top of this mountain. We're going to go back down to the stream. Walk back down the gravel road here and follow the stream a little bit, see what we can find down there. We'll investigate that area. I never really walked back any of these trails. They go for miles. This would be the perfect spot to bring a lunch in a small portable chair and just sit here for a few hours. Enjoy the solitude. It is very quiet back here. Let's take one last look at the mountaintop and then we'll head back down. It's very peaceful in here. I checked my Garmin to see where I was. Currently I am standing on top of State Greenland's 210. 325 is at the bottom of the mountain to the right. Carlson is also on the other side of the mountain. So I'm up above 325. Down there where the gate was must have been the boundary lines for the state forest in the Greenlands. It's very windy on top of the mountain. There's no tree cover whatsoever. That wind's just blowing right across the top there. Let's see how healthy our stream is here. See if we can find some wildlife sign. Minnows or frogs. Raccoon tracks along the stream. Lots of white pines in here. No hemlocks on this side. That means these are all replanted. There's the first sign of wildlife here. There's a buckrub on the black birch along the stream here. Looks pretty cool in here. These are mostly all white pines. These are definitely planted and not natural. Down here a little bit. See what we can find. There's a hole in the bottom of a big oak. Raccoons love giant oak trees like this. They use them for den trees. Then when it gets dark, they'll come out. Follow the stream up and down the banks looking for food. Hollow trees like that are very important to the wildlife. They generally don't dig holes in the ground. They like to go on old rotten trees like that where the center's rotten and the outside is still alive. So when you clear cut a mountain, you lose a lot of the habitat, the den trees and nesting cavities for the birds. All right, let's go back to the Tacoma and drive down the mountain further. Check out some more of Weiser State Forest. This video shall continue. Don't click through yet. Turn the camera around here. You can take a look at this area that was just logged. A lot of the standing trees are all dead. Most of that's bug infestation. Probably were a few that were still alive. Kind of mind-boggling. Most of the mountain looks just like this. On the top of 210, the area that I was just in. Alright, let's drive down the road here. Put it in low gear. Very steep climb here. I'm gonna put it in four-wheel drive. Back end is spinning. Just a place you want to take your car. The intersection that I'm at now is Nev Slusher Road. Let's see what's on the other side of the signpost here. This road is Berry Mountain Road. See some logging equipment down here. We'll have to stop and take a look at this. PA Timber Goose loves to check out logging equipment. Here's some logging equipment parked along the road. This is an active logging site. Big piles of trees. Let's see what kind of timber harvester they have. Big piles of timber here. Let's look around this side. I like the smell of fresh cut timber. Lots of oaks. See what kind of skidders we have. The wood smells really good. Smells like a giant air freshener. We have a Caterpillar and a John Deere. There's the loader. I don't see a timber harvester here. These are a pile of timber. These are all fairly small. This will probably become wood chips for pulp. Here's a pile of debris. This must be the paperwork for the timber harvest. All the permits. Continue our drive down across the mountain. Got some guys shooting back in here. Another guy in a big 4x4 just warned me they're shooting down here to be careful. There's a road open on the other side here. It says open to traffic. This one goes all the way down the bottom of the mountain. So my question would be, drive your truck down this road. It looks kind of rough. Good spot for a side-by-side. Road open for public use, new date. Cool. Let me know in the comments if you would drive down there. Here's one more look at our logging equipment here, and we're going to continue down the road. There's another gate. And which way Berry Mountain Road goes? This way. This is a very tight turn. I can't even turn around it. I got to back up a little bit. Entering Williamstown watershed, notice protected by video surveillance. Didn't even know there was a watershed back here. Turn around here, go back the way we came. I do not recommend coming down this road unless you have a high ground clearance vehicle. We always see a lot of Jeeps up here. This would be the perfect spot to test out your 4x4. I wasn't even aware that this area was a watershed. So I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess what I could see on Google Earth. There's a reservoir at the bottom of here. It's called Firehole, and it's probably down this road. But unless you got a 4x4, I wouldn't drive down this road. The gentleman that I passed in the truck didn't know where it was, but that kind of answers my question. What's at the end of this road? I have something rattling under the truck. Let's see if I can figure out what it is. We'll be right back. Here's the source of the rattle driving me nuts that I couldn't figure out what it is. My wheel cover is broken in the middle. I wonder if that's the only one that's broken. That one's pretty tight. This one's loose too. You can let me know in the comment section if you have a Tacoma. This little wheel cover on your truck rattles. It's driving me nuts. That one's tight. Fire hole that I was looking for is down this road. I could see that on Google Earth, and I was told that it was a good fishing spot. There's a trail I saw coming in on the right. We'll take a hike down there and investigate that a little bit. Stay with us. The journey will continue. See if I can get around this tight turn. I'm gonna have to take it wide. I had to back up on the way down because I couldn't get around. And I still can't get around. The truck won't turn that tight. If you have the long version, of the Tacoma with a longer bed, the turning radius is much wider than the one with a short bed. We looked at both trucks and talked to a few Tacoma owners, and they said that the long version of the Tacoma is very hard to drive. It takes very wide radius turns. Now there's a couple ravens. 2 ravens sitting on the trailer. Here's 2 more trailers. For the logging operation right down the road, there were 2 ravens sitting here when I pulled in. They were really large. That was an exciting ride down there. That switchback at the bottom, I couldn't even get around. I had a back up going down, a back up coming out. The source of my rattle underneath the truck are these 2 plastic caps on my wheels. You can let me know if you're a Tacoma owner, if your caps rattle like that. We're going to continue down the road. There was a trail there on the right when we came into Weiser State Forest. We'll go down there and take a look. Most of the top of the mountain up here looks the same. A lot of dead oak trees. A lot of scrub brush. Mountain laurel. There was a coal mine up here at one time. I believe they were strip mined in the top of the mountain. That's why it's so rough. And a lot of times when you see areas with pine trees, it was some kind of a mining operation at one time, and they usually put pine trees in to start the regeneration process. White pines grow very quickly. The DNCR, if you look on their website, it'll tell you that they generate about $900 million annual in revenue from logging the mountains. If you look at a lot of their property, it doesn't have a lot of mature trees. A lot of it it's basically a giant tree farm. So everything in here is tiny. Usually about every 20 years they get cut. So if you drive around, most of their property all looks the same. There are a few areas that has old growth, but there's really not that much. Alright, back in the truck. Currently I am on Greenland Road. And this is County Lane. We're going to walk down this road here. This is the property line between the state game lands and the state forest. The white dot is the Game Commission's property, and the other side is state forest. I'm going to do some camping here in a few weeks. Some wintertime camping. Test out some of my new gear. Hopefully everybody's enjoyed my cooking video series. Got some good comments on there. All those are delicious meals, simple ingredients. Chicken pot pie took the longest to make. And now we're going to go back to doing some hiking and some winter camping. I've seen a lot of hikers today. They were all bundled up. I think I bumped a deer. Something snorted at me. didn't run, but I got a snort. Got something starting to open up back here a little bit. All right. I think this trail is going to drop off because I can see buildings there, and I see some buildings on this side. So we don't want to go down to the road. We're going to go off trail. We're going to hike up on the ridge here. We're going to go up here on the side somewhere. Bushwhack through the mountain laurel. Very noisy in here. Lots of gunshots down there. Motorcycles buzzing away. Chainsaws. We're going to head back to where we parked. I found another connecting trail. This one's much wider than the one I walked down. Let's see where this comes out. Right behind the ridge where I came in. Let's turn the camera around. You can see how big this trail is. This is much better than the one I walked on coming in, even though I do like the small trails better. This one should go right up to the road. It actually looks like a four-wheeler trail. As wide as it is, all the limbs are cut back. We'll follow this one out and see where it comes out at. Giant pine trees. Smells like a giant air freshener in here. Hemlocks are still my favorite. Hemlocks smell so cool. A fairly decent trail. It should come out at the parking lot on the top. I'll just wind around with this here. There's a trail there. It actually looks like a four-wheeler there because it ran over the pine tree. Here's the pine tree tunnel. This morning where I was at the bottom of the mountain there where it was logged, that was fairly easy to walk too. Just wasn't a lot of beautiful scenery up there. Just the burnout spots for habitat improvements and the areas that they're logging out. Still a great place to walk. Passed quite a few people back there. Weiser State Forest, Greenland tract. Somebody must have dumped their deer harvest back here quite a few years ago. There's not too much left of it. There's a few leg bones. A couple of vertebrae there. Thanks for watching PA Timber Ghost today. Hopefully you enjoyed our exploration of Weiser State Forest Greenland tract. It was a good ride up through the mountain in the taco with my rattly wheel cover caps that drove me nuts. As always, give this video a like. It helps the algorithm. Hit that subscribe button to help my channel grow. Welcome to the PA Timber Ghost family. And as always, thanks for coming along today. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.